everybody, to Life as I See It with your hostess, Dina Nierenberg, and my favorite co-hostess of all time, Nina Avakian. Welcome, welcome.
How
are you, my darling?
How are you? Very nice to see you again.
So great to see you too.
So beautiful. Thank you.
My pleasure. Anytime. This is always so much fun, and it's been such a long time. We haven't done this since, I can tell you an exact date, January 4th.
Wow.
I think was our absolute last day that we did this show, and this is. I'm always saying this is like my fifth baby. My show is like another child for me, and it's I've been neglecting this child for way too long.
It's been almost more than a month.
It's been definitely a good 6 weeks. You know, and I've been neglecting this, and in a way I've kind of sort of been neglecting myself because I've been neglecting the show. I probably could have somehow fit the show in to my busy schedule.
So much.
A lot's been going on. You know, much of it amazing, and some of it, you know, thank God turned out amazing.
Just blend.
But we tend to neglect ourselves. Unfortunately, we tend to neglect this part of ourselves that really needs attention, and we don't give it to ourselves. For example, this show itself, I love to perform. Now, teaching is nice, don't get me wrong, and if any of my bosses are watching this today, I'm totally down with it. But then again, there's this show, and this is the real performance, and I love to perform. I've been neglecting this, and I'm wow. Okay, well now we're back on
because it's something where you can basically do and say whatever you want because it's no structure, and we can.
We do the show how we like it.
Our mind.
That's why we call it Life as I See It. And at first I'm all like, let's come with our notepads, with our index cards, with our structure. We're going to talk about supplements, the gym, and going to therapy. And I'm going to talk about treating yourself right. I'm going to talk about this, and the next thing. And we're just kind of sort of taking it as it goes. Is what makes the show so much fun. We basically talk about what's on our mind. Before the show, we were actually talking a lot about how we sometimes have such self-destructive behaviors. We think that they're so cool and so positive, and in the end, they wind up only hurting us. They're really pretty terrible. Tell me a little bit about your experience with that.
We were, before originally when we started, we were thinking to talk about self-love.
Mm-hmm.
But now, because we kind of got into this eating habits and everything, and I study with nutritionists a lot at the moment, I even connected with a psychotherapist. I'm not afraid to say it. It's been just a few sessions, and I really don't have anything to talk about because I know myself pretty well. But a nutritionist gave me a lot of positive thoughts, and not only helped me with eating habits, but also, you know, I'm more conscious of my eating behaviors, and not only eating behaviors, conscious of myself, of what I do, and part of it actually of what we eat. And now we were discussing with Dina how sometimes, and my sister was always telling me, she was saying to me, like, eating of piece of cake or anything like that until you can't breathe, that's not really showing how much you love yourself. Like, you think that you treat yourself with sugar, but it's really not.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that my mom, really, she passed away at 68. It's really young, and you know, she had numerous of problems like cancer and strokes, cardiovascular problems, neurological problems, but all of it coming from food, basically. So now, when a few months now, maybe like a year already, when I started during pandemic eating more or less right, and choosing of if I want to eat a regular bread, right, or sourdough bread, make huge difference. Not even in comfort of my own body, that nothing hurts me anymore, but just like even to think about yourself, how much you love yourself. For instance, today in the morning I had beautiful breakfast, and I cook and I take a picture of it, and
what
I love
did you
it.
have? Let's hear.
It wasn't like super healthy. I made steak yesterday. I bought air fryer.
Oh, you were telling me all about the air
Yeah.
fryer. Yeah.
So I made a steak.
Get to make them.
Yeah, I mean it's super easy. You
Yeah.
just wash the steak, you put some salt and pepper, and you put it in air fryer.
Yeah.
I added a little bit of the water, and yesterday, and that's it. You have beautiful steak without extra fat,
Oil and this and this.
Yeah.
Nice.
because all the fat drips down. And it's not because I do want to look good without extra cellulite and extra fat in certain places like arms and hips, and like we are all women, we want to look better, but it's not really about that. And I made it clear to her when she asked me first what I want to do. I said, oh, maybe I want to lose weight, and then I realized that it's not what I want really. I really want to be healthy on my mind and feeling comfortable. So I ate steak. I had some bell pepper.
Nice.
Everything organic. Everything is pure,
Beautiful.
clean.
Beautiful.
Piece
Beautiful.
of sourdough bread with avocado, basically, you know.
Nice. Nice.
And that's it. A little bit of onions.
This is nice.
Yeah,
This is
like
nice.
simple.
I like
simple.
that. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
What did you eat? You probably didn't eat anything.
Honey,
yet.
I had green tea.
I love it.
I had water. I love Steve Gundry products. I gotta say, and I'm not being paid for this. I promise.
What is that?
Steve Gundry products. He comes up with these products that helps to give you a lot more energy.
Oh.
And this one is really, really great. Its base is passion fruit. So it's kind of like the passion fruit tea that you see on the table over there.
Right.
And with a lot of different great supplements in it, Shasandra for one thing, just some really, really good things in it, and it gives you such a major energy boost. Really, what I needed today was an energy boost. And I gotta admit, I had tons and tons of green tea, and I had a little bit of Hershey's special dark chocolate. Dark chocolate, of course, it has a lot of antioxidants, and
yeah.
that's why I went for that. I should have gone for some almonds. I usually have a handful of almonds in the morning,
Right.
because first of all, it gets rid of my acid reflux, which I have a ton of, but also it helps to keep you grounded mentally. You know, they say that there's a nerve that goes between your central nervous system, which is your brain, and your enteric nervous system, which is your stomach. It's called the vagus nerve,
Yes,
runs up and
Vegas,
down.
yeah.
I always used to think that your mind affects your body, and like if you're feeling all stressed out, you're gonna need the bathroom a lot. You're gonna have a very, very bad stomach. You're not gonna feel good, and everything's gonna hurt you. And then about 5 years ago, I realized that the opposite is true too. Your enteric nervous system is a whole nervous system in your stomach, and it runs up to your brain. And if your stomach is not settled, it will run up to the vagus nerve will send messages up to your brain saying, hey, this girl is not chill at all. Life is not good in the middle. Life in the middle is not good.
That's interesting.
That's it. So it runs this way to this
Wow.
way. Like if you're nervous, it hurts your stomach, and that's why your stomach's in pain
Right.
sometimes. But if your stomach's in pain, it also sends messages up to your
So
brain
it's back
saying
and
that
forth.
things are not cool here. You know, what's gonna be, and your mind goes a little bit crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, that's how almonds this morning would have helped, and I normally am. So I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not, because normally I will eat almonds in the morning. I had such a crazy day today. We're in the middle of a lot of house construction. I was actually right after I saw Esther off to school. I took a drive down to Brighton, and I get to like Avenue Z, which for those of you who are not in New York City, it's about like literally 6 minutes away from the beach. When I get a call back, the electrician's at the door. Can you please go and let him in? So I had to drive back 15 minutes, and I had to let the electrician in, and like it was just, I had such a crazy.
It's a morning.
Hectic, crazy morning. I meant to go to the beach today. I meant to, but didn't.
But it's the whole day out there. We can still
Oh,
go. You
it
and
would've
me, we
been
can
beautiful.
go.
Oh, you mean I should like cancel all my waxing?
Oh, we can.
I think I should.
We can go.
Right after this, I was supposed to go for body wax, but perhaps I
my
should skip
God.
that and go to the beach instead.
If like wax is, it's not emergency. It can be done.
Waxing is no nobody's ever emergency.
I always say when people upset about the facial, I'm like, okay, I'm not in ER, that
That's
open
right.
way.
It's not like, open
know?
heart surgery.
Yes,
it's just a facial.
Yeah, it's just a facial. We can, do it
You'll
another
live,
time.
you'll live, and
Yeah.
you'll look good, and you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. I was thinking when you said about vagus nerve, I heard about that, and like because of in nursing, I study, and sometimes, of course, it comes in the literature. So what I also was thinking, maybe that's why the solar plexus.
Oh, which is like
chakra.
right here.
Yeah,
in the middle. Yes.
maybe it's that's why it's so important too, because they call it almost like a motor in the body.
Yeah.
So it's like a most important chakra.
I think basically it helps to run everything up and down.
Yeah,
It's really the mid.
interesting.
If your body's a highway, really it's the
Yeah.
very middle of the highway.
Yeah.
It's between your enteric nervous system and your central nervous system, and I never thought of it that way. It is so
fantastic.
true. Your solar plexus is literally in the middle of it all.
Yeah,
I have something to tell my students.
yeah,
Something new to tell my
Something
students if they
new.
don't already know.
yeah. So,
Yeah. It's,
if something wrong in there, the whole body collapses.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what they believe. It's interesting.
so
But
fascinating.
because I'm not as deep in any like that, in Buddhism or I'm not that deep, so I don't really know why. But I heard that this is what it is.
Yeah, but you know what, honey? The solar plexus has nothing to do with Buddhism. It doesn't matter what religion you follow.
It is there.
And I myself, I'm Jewish, and and I follow the religion, and I do believe in the solar plexus extremely, very, very
Pressure
much.
points.
It's very Listen, when I'm putting the stones on my body, you get one like right between the eyes, which they call the third eye,
Yeah.
which is all of your intuition.
Right.
And I put it, I put one right over here, which helps to deal with things like, if you're feeling shame and doubt, I put it right over here. I put one right over here because it helps you to speak your mind and it helps you to speak up. I put one literally right in the middle, right by the solar plexus.
Yeah.
I put one right literally above the stomach, which is the enteric nervous system, and one like a couple inches below the stomach, which basically helps you to deal with the rest of the energy coming up from your feet, your root chakra, chakra. And it doesn't matter what religion you follow. I so dislike when people equate meditation with Buddhism. Like, no, why? And why is it theirs? It's any human being. There are other religions out there, and people sometimes equate yoga with Buddhism. Also, sometimes I teach yoga, and some of my students who are also religious Jews will say to me, I always thought that yoga was Buddhism. Is this true? I'm like, no. You see me, I'm a religious Jew.
Right.
Yoga's not Buddhism. Yoga is something that you do to relax, which is the first thing I'm trying to do with yoga, but also secondly to get in shape, and it does help your core abdomen.
Yeah.
It helps you very, very much. It helps to strengthen you in every which way, no matter what activity you want to do. If you want to walk, run, stretch, aerobics, anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. It's like we're human. It's everywhere, and I mean, in Chinese medicine, it's a lot of herbs.
There's a lot of herbs, and that's
everybody. We're using kind of like the same thing. We're kids of gods.
We're the children of one God people. No matter what you go for, no matter what you believe in, and even if you believe in nothing, that's not true. That's not true. In your heart of hearts, you do believe in God, even if you think that you don't.
It's like, so I think a lot of things made up by people.
A lot of things are made up by people over time, and even like people believing that yoga and meditation and that is like Buddhism. That's bull. That's real bull.
Yeah, it's originally maybe like that's where it came from, but everybody can kind of connect, and it's all like inside of you. Like that's why when people talk about Reiki masters or healers or those that, and or like something like, oh, that's a scene, like that is scene. I mean, I mean, it's like, I don't want to even talk about it. I feel like we are our own healers. We can either
True.
kill ourselves or elevate ourselves.
That's right.
So that's why, I mean, I feel a lot. I'm very, how to say it, hypersensitive or, empathic, right? And, you too, actually.
Same me, Pisces moon, the Sag girl.
Yes.
Saggy.
But it's just people they profit from it. So
They do. That's right.
They try to say I am. I don't want to say that they say I am a god, but they for some reason say that I can help you with some problem. Nobody can help you. I mean, we all can support each other. Like a friend, but you the only one who can help yourself. And either heal yourself or
kill yourself.
Yes, it's easy.
That's right. Yeah. We'll go back to that point in a minute, but first I want to tell you, I used to go to this spa called Natural Balance. It's actually in the neighborhood over here on Quentin and 33rd. Again, not an advertisement, I'm just saying. So I used to see this Reiki specialist.
Right.
Believe her name was Ellen. And the first thing Ellen says to me is, listen, I can help you with the healing and the energy healing, but first things first, I need to know, do you believe in one God? I said, Ellen, I'm a religious Jew. Of course I believe in one God. She's like, then we have a plan. Then I can talk to you. Then I can heal you.
Right.
Because I source my energy from God.
Right.
It's like, if you don't believe in God, I can't help you. I can't do a thing for you. I said, but I believe in God. So she's like, so I source my energy from God and I put it into you. And I help you to heal. And I help you to heal all the things that are hurting you so very, very much.
Yeah, because it's the power of your mind.
Yeah, it's the power of the mind.
Sometimes it's just like hard for us. Like, I used the Reiki master in LA, in Beverly Hills. She found me. It was absolutely unexpected. And I didn't believe in Reiki at that time. And she's definitely gifted. She knows a lot of meditations and, she really helped me. She did. But she kind of woke me up, and like you said, like she had this energy and power, and it was just like lots of love. She just loved me, and like I needed maybe like a sister's or mother love at that time.
Understood. Yeah, I've done enough Reiki to know that.
So that's what probably like she did.
Yeah.
She was just at the right place at the right moment, right time. Yeah.
Right. That's so awesome.
Maybe she saw me when I was pouring out my pain on Facebook.
Not easy to move to a brand new town.
Yes.
By the way, LA, which is extremely judgy, extremely into appearance.
Yes.
Plus youth. It's funny because one time we made a fashion show, and the person I was doing the show with, I'm not going to say her name. She said to me, "You know what, Dina, you have the right figure, but you're way too old." I'm like, "Okay, honey, listen.
Wow.
I can get very, very thin if you need me to. I can become 82 pounds if you need me to. I cannot go back in time.
Oh
None of us can go back in time. I can't help the fact that I'm 42 years old. I can't make that different. Forgive me.
This is crazy.
But this is what they do. This is what they do in LA.
I almost I lost like speech.
And my other models, many of whom were my age, a few years younger.
But now models, they're like different age. There is a
God.
model with gray hair.
That's me and my silly roots because my stylist managed to mess up.
It looks good.
We were supposed to blonde out, but she grayed me up. But it's fine.
It's okay.
So yeah.
Things happen.
That's right. There's always another stylist
It
too.
doesn't. That's right. So what? Also, I liked when you emphasized before about that. Remember, we were talking about how we are also body positive. We also love when people express and love themselves, but we also spoke with you today, right now, that it's not like we are against overweight, but I'm not against because I'm overweight, obviously, and I every day make myself love myself, but what I don't like about our industry right now, that it's getting to that point that they're almost promoting unhealthy eating.
True.
So
Yeah.
you
Dunkin'
know,
Donuts.
yeah, it's
That's right. That's right.
It's
And
that people, they don't even know how healthy plate supposed to look like.
that's right.
Until now, I don't know what I like, the measurement. I bought the weight, the scale, and I don't know how. much
Oh,
food
that's
is
the
in
scale.
there.
I haven't thought about the scale in years. But
Yeah.
it's true. It's so yeah, they all of these Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, they always have to promote the brand new
Yeah.
thing, the hash browns with the pancakes,
Yeah.
which is just great if you're like a young kid and your stomach can actually be okay with that.
Right.
But then, you hit 20 and suddenly your stomach is not so okay
Yeah.
with that. But there are so many adults who they eat on the run.
Right.
They wherever they are, there's a Dunkin' Donuts wherever you go.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, "Fine, great. So I'll have the mini pancakes, I'll have the hash browns, I'll have the great big bacon and cheese sandwich, a zillion million calories plus carbs plus unhealthy proteins, fats and all that kind of thing." And just like it's just there's protein which is good for you, and then there's protein which is really pretty not good for you when it's full of fillers and all things that shouldn't be full of.
Of course.
Well, look, they're in it to make money. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to defend Dunkin' Donuts as I'm not related to any of them.
Right.
But the truth of the matter is that they promote unhealthy eating, and they're everywhere you go. Right?
Exactly. And I do actually love
Donuts. Who doesn't love a good donut?
Unfortunately.
I do, however, I try to figure out, we were talking about this before the show, I try to save it up for special occasions,
Yes.
birthdays, anniversaries, friends' birthdays, celebrations.
Yeah.
Every once and again, you need a cinnamon bun or whatever it is that you need from Dunkin' Donuts, a double chocolate donut.
But not every
oh
single
God, it can't
day.
be. It cannot be that way. Because that's not love, honey.
I even was like, I was talking to her today, and I had two apricots, right?
Mhm.
And I just had I had a feeling like I wanted in the morning, and I asked her because she was on the phone. I said, "Do you think I should have those two apricots? It's just fruits. How many times I ate piece of cake with coffee every single day?" So now she even doesn't want me to eat apricots.
It's so fascinating.
It's fascinating. I mean, it's just, and then she's like, "Do you really want to eat it?" I'm like, "No, I can't. I have my meat from yesterday. I'm just going to have my steak and, and have a nice breakfast." She's like, "So go ahead." Because you don't want insulin jump through the roof
true.
right now.
Yeah, but far better to have the two apricots in the morning than, let's say, like the mini Snickers bars, which is what so many people do. I actually do that once a day. I have a mini Snickers bar just because it gives me this crazy boost of energy. It's like a sudden boost. I like those sudden boosts of energy in the morning. I'm just like kind of like flailing around, trying to wake myself up, trying to wake Esther, trying to wake all of us up, trying to cheer all of us up. Yeah.
That's what I do with coffee.
But better to do that with apricots, That's for sure. That's for sure.
So like I've been, and I've noticed a lot of changes. So this a few days ago, I went out, I didn't sleep, and then Monday it was a President's Day, so I was slammed with appointments, and 2 days in a row I didn't sleep, and I ended up eating yesterday night a lot of I have this Japanese place where they have this, it's not even sushi, but it's like a lot of rice involved. So anyway, I ate a lot of rice, which is sugar. So I did feel a little bit like off, like too hyper. You know what I mean?
After all the rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this conversation in the morning, that's why I started talking to you about it. Because we really what we eat, and it's not good. I mean, my mom passed away, I told you, at 68.
You said,
and my dad is still alive at 89, and he is eating way better than my mom did. He never eats anything spoiled. Yeah, like he's
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to say it, we really are what we eat, and it's true. You would think that like indulging yourself with donuts and bagels and pizza and Carvel milkshakes would be self-love. It's like Carvel's standards, come in for a little love. And I always like have rolled my eyes over that. It's not love, everybody. It's not love.
It's impulsive.
It's impulsive. It's impulsivity. It's giving into this need to self-sabotage, to hurt yourself.
Yes.
Unfortunately, over time, we develop this horrendous need to self-sabotage. It's the worst thing in the world because it destroys your life. It destroys you. It also, in a sense, destroys the people around you who count on you, depend on you, need your love. But it's very, very hard to give love to others if you're not giving love to yourself. So Carvel says, come in for a little love. Those shakes aren't a little love. Those shakes are a little bit of impulsivity. And it's not that you should never, ever have a Carvel milkshake.
Yeah, you can.
But consider it an experience. For example, climbing a mountain is an experience.
Yes.
Will you climb mountains
Every
every day?
day?
In a mental sense, you should. In a physical sense, you should not be climbing mountains every day. You will kill yourself. You will kill your body fast. As a runner, I can say that if you run too much, you'll kill your body super fast, which is why I stopped at age 43 running. And everyone's like, why'd you stop running at age 43? That's a little young. I said, because I don't want to kill myself. Right. The same thing with having a Carvel milkshake. You want this every day for the rest of your... No, you freaking don't.
No,
you don't.
No.
You can go for the occasional run. You can go for the occasional milkshake.
Yes.
You can go for the occasional hiking experience, which is what we're doing tomorrow. Yeah. And I can't wait.
Yes.
But every day to eat crap? Come on now.
And so hopefully the balance will be the answer.
A balance is the answer. To quote a very famous supermodel from the 80s, 90s, Cindy Crawford, I always think about what she says, and it's not that I'm into people worship. I'm the last one who does this stuff, but I'll tell you what she says. She was always a very, very moderate kind of a model. We're a lot of women in her decade, a lot of supermodels in her decade were like super, super thin, like a 6 feet to 110 pounds. You can imagine that. That was never Cindy Crawford. Mm-hmm. She weighed a little bit more, and I'm not insulting you here, Cindy, but she always said, listen, this is my plan for life. I eat 80% healthy and 20% whatever I want.
Exactly.
This is the best way to live.
This is the best.
I've been living like this since age 18.
Wow.
I've gotten off my track. I've been stupid a little bit. I've been anorexic. I've been bulimic. I've done all that nonsense. Been there and done that. Have stopped all that to never continue it again about 20 years ago after Simcha's birth. I stopped that nonsense.
You look great.
Thank you, honey. And now I live moderately. Yes, I should have had my almonds this morning. Forgive me. But I'm pretty moderate. I try. It's 80% healthy to 20% of what you want. And this is any given day. There's space in any given day to eat a little bit of what you want.
Yes, I agree with you. I think this show will be interested for many women to watch.
That's right. That's right.
And will be helpful.
Yeah, moderation is the key. It's all about eating. To be able to fuel your body, you have to be able to fuel your body. You have to be able to be on the go, do what you have to do in your life. But at the same time, hey, life is still meant for living. There's still great things out there to eat. There's still Carvel milkshakes, for example. There's still Dunkin' Donuts. But it's about enjoying it all in moderation, picking and choosing what you really, really want to eat very, very carefully, figuring what... You know what? In the morning, I always ask myself, what is my treat for today? Mm-hmm. What is my treat for today? For example, yesterday I ate supremely healthy. I went to that new sushi place we like on J and 13th. Right. Mm-hmm. And I had a sushi taim. They're also not paying me. And I had a great poke bowl of salmon and avocado and, olives. Extremely, for those following the Mediterranean plan, it's amazing. But at night, I had a nice vanilla ice cream. And it felt great, and I'm not even 1 ounce heavier because I had it, because I planned. Exactly. The key, ladies, and gentlemen, is in the planning.
Conscious.
It's in conscious planning what you're going to eat that day. And if you know that later on that day you're going to a party, you eat healthfully until you get to the party. And at the party, you can eat somewhat healthfully, but also see what you really survey. It's about surveying the tables before you choose what you're going to eat. First, look it over. Don't go impulsively. Look over the table and see what you really, really want to enjoy.
Thank you, Dina. Thank you for great show.
This has been an amazing show. Wow. Well, thank you, Nina. Looking forward to, God willing, many amazing shows in the near future. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dina Nierenberg with Life as I See It with my favorite co-hostess, Nina Avakian. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank
Again,
you, Dina.
much appreciated. Love you all. Take care of yourselves.